Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It's me, your girl, BrittReacts, and today we are reacting via a kind suggestion to Tom Segura's kid gets Bert Kreischer toilet water. This is a clip from Two Bears and One Cave. Let's see what happens.
Two bears, one cave. When I got into Austin, I didn't get anything to eat. I had got coffee, I got gum, and I got 2 books. I was like, what I'm going to do is go down to the house and I'll read a book on the Taliban. And so didn't do that. But so we get there and you just look.
That's not Tom.
You're like,
that's Bert.
hey.
I was cooked. Dude.
And I was like, what's up? And then Ellis is like, Daddy called us fuckers. And I was like, what's going on? He's like, you have gum? And then he gets on my bag and he starts spinning. And I was like, this is a lot. And you're like, I got to go take a shit. And then I watch these two guys, and they're so different guys.
They're so different.
They're so different guys.
Well, Elvis he went and got paint, and he was painting like on paper, and it was all over his hands and everything. And I was like, hey, put your clothes on for the day, 'cause he had pajamas on still.
Yeah.
And I was with the little guy, and then when I went to go see if he was getting ready, I saw paint on the walls, and I was like,
uh-oh.
and then I turned the corner, it's on the second wall.
Oh, no.
And I turned the corner, it's on the other wall.
Oh, no.
Dude, I lit him. I was like, I was so fun.
Okay. We clearly, I'm like, I gotta rub my eyes. We came in the middle of a conversation. Did Tom Segura just say one of his kids' names is Elvis? Did he say Elvis or Ellis? I'm not sure. Also, why were the names switched? It said Tom's name in front of Bert and Bert's name in front of Tom. Okay, it's so weird how sometimes I react to things and it's like a mirror of my life. My daughter literally came into our room this morning and her hands were completely green. I mean, completely green. And I freaked out. And I was like, what did you touch? If I go downstairs and I see green, and she's like, no, I was coloring and it dried up. And I'm like, if I go downstairs. So I love that he's like, I lit him up, because I would have did the same thing and matter of fact, I still haven't gone downstairs today. It's still quite early and I haven't gone down the stairs. So I'll touch base with you guys on that. Pray for her. Say a prayer for her and for my walls and my couch and all the other things. All right. I'm a little confused because, again, it feels like we jumped into a conversation, but I'm sure I'll catch up.
Fucking mad.
But it's so funny because I watched him because he still had the paint on the thing.
So Bert
and then
watched
he took
this
one of your
child
Halloween
do this?
decorations and rolled it in the paint. And you go, Ellis, don't do that. And it's so interesting
His
to
name
watch
is
him look
Ellis
at
or
you and go,
Elvis? I can't tell. Is he saying Elvis?
paint. And you go, Ellis, don't do that.
Ellis.
And it's so
Okay,
interesting to
Ellis.
watch him look at you and go, you're still doing it.
Yeah.
And then you go, don't get it on the counter. And he looks down and he sees it on the counter. And then I just, whenever I go, here, I got it for you, buddy. And I clean it up and then he just keeps doing it.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah.
like it's
Kids
interesting
are
to watch him.
bold.
It's
The
like
younger,
watching
the
tug on
bolder.
a tiger's tail.
He goes, he was crying, and he was like, "You're being rude."
Rude?
I was like, "What rude is painting my fucking walls?" I was so
You're
mad
being
at him.
rude.
I was bummed that I didn't see them this morning.
Kids literally will push every button in your repertoire. They will push every button, push every boundary, speed past every limit, and then tell you you hurt their feelings. Excuse me? Apologize to my walls. You hurt my walls' feelings. They were white, now they're green. Say sorry.
Painting my
The
fucking walls.
audacity.
I was so mad at him.
I was bummed that I didn't see them this morning because I was like, but I was fucking out of it. Okay, now let's go then.
He said he also yelled at me. He goes, "You're the worst dad ever."
Only a real good parent
Wait
can
till they do
laugh
that
at
when they're
that. Like, you're not
17.
going to make me feel bad. Wait till they do that when they're 17.
You smoke marijuana too.
I paid a bill.
Your kids.
Uh-oh.
Why don't you tell the story about the cup of water your son got me yesterday?
So
Bert
my
has
oldest
the best hats. That's such
he's
a Georgia
little rascal.
peach.
He's
I
a
want
little
it.
menace.
He is
And,
a rascal is one way to put it.
He fucking
He's a
painted the
menace.
walls. He's like spinning on the suitcase. He's jumping off of shit. He's fucking
A criminal?
But
A
yeah.
criminal might be one way to put it.
painting the
He's
counter.
a
Prankster is a one way
He's
to
a
put it.
thug.
Prankster, all this shit. He's 5. So he's like, he has this smile. He goes, "Hey, Bert, I got you a glass of water." And he's like, and he hands it to you.
Why would Bert
and
take
he's like,
that?
"Try it."
That's a
And
setup.
then
Bert,
he
you're
starts
dumb.
laughing. You're like, "Why are you laughing?" He's like, "I'm not." And he's laughing hard. And I'm like, I don't even thinking about it yet. I'm like, oh, what?
First of all, if there wasn't a toilet bowl in sight, I still wouldn't take a glass of water from a 5-year-old. Because maybe it came from a great source, but what did you do to it on the way to me? Did you drink it and there's backwash in it? Are there crumbs in it? Is there like leftover food from somewhere behind your little baby teeth in it? Why is one even accepting a glass of water from a 5-year-old? Unsupervised.
Hard. And I'm like, I don't even thinking about it yet. I'm like, oh, what? And then you go, where'd you get this water? He goes, the sink. And he starts laughing. And then you
All
go,
right, Bert,
you got
do
this from the
better.
sink? And he goes, yeah.
And then I go, hey, why don't you take a sip?
And he starts laughing. He's like, no. I'm like, Ellis. And I look at him and I go, did you get this water out of the toilet? And he goes, no.
Dead serious.
He
Dead
lied.
serious. No, I didn't. I go, then you take a sip.
go,
He goes,
no.
I'm not taking a sip.
Ellis
I
needs
said,
jail
well, I'm not
time.
going to take a sip until you take a sip.
Ellis
He goes, "No, you
needs
take a
jail
sip, and then I'll
time,
take a
y'all.
sip."
And I go,
We need to
"You
tell Tom
promise me."
Ellis needs
And he
jail
looks at
time.
me like, dead serious. And he goes,
Dead serious.
I promise. And I actually go, I believe him.
You go, you believe him. It's fine to drink. And I
Yeah.
go, okay, as soon as you drink it, Ellis. And he goes,
And
I'm not
when he
drinking
said he
that.
wouldn't drink it is when I was like, hold on. So I go over to the bathroom.
And there's
I
drops of
open the
water
door,
from the
turn light on,
toilet.
and I see a water
Trail.
to the toilet.
Yeah, you do.
directly, like,
Right from
he
the toilet.
dunked it in,
Yeah.
didn't even cover his tracks, water dripping
'Cause he's
off
a
the glass
kid.
from the toilet
He's an
over
idiot.
where he was.
And I look in
the
the sink's totally dry, and I'm like, Ellis, you got this from the toilet. And he goes, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It was like, but it was like, I didn't even ask for a glass of water. It's
Yeah.
just his brain goes,
Let me
"Oh,
give
we'll
Bert
give him
some
the old
toilet
sink
water.
Toilet water.
Toilet water.
Yeah.
Just came in smiling ear to ear. Hey, Bert, here's a glass of water for you. I was like, oh, thanks. And I was like, I am a little dehydrated. And then you're like, whoa, Ellis, where'd you get that from? He's like,
Y'all, my contact is like not in my eyeball right now. What's happening? If you wear contacts, you know. I feel like I have to take this out. Okay, I got it. I think there's a tear in my contact. There's definitely a tear in my contact. Guys! Ah! You know the rules. One take. You get the bloopers and everything. I'm going to sit that right there and I'll get a new one when I'm done. I'm like, why is my eye hurt so bad? There's a tear in my contact. Let's carry on, friends. It's always something around here.
I'm a little dehydrated. And then you're like, whoa, Ellis, where'd you get that from? He's like, sink. It was crazy to watch.
Ellis
him.
needs jail
Yesterday,
time.
too, before
He's a
you got
criminal,
there, I
like
was
Bert said.
I need to lay down. I was like, run down. And I go, can you not just break shit and ruin shit for like 40 minutes?
Please.
Yeah.
And he was like, yes. And I go, just sit right here and watch this thing. That's all I'm asking you. I
Watch
was like,
this thing,
okay.
meaning
And
the
then,
tablet,
like 40
the
minutes
TV.
went by. He goes, are you proud of me? I didn't break anything. I was like, yeah.
Are you proud of me?
I was like, yeah.
Good for him. He has some like concept of time. I feel like most kids will come back in 5 minutes and be like, Dad, did I do good? This is my biggest fear, having just had a son. I have a daughter. She's 9. She'll be 10 this year. And she just was the most like calm, peaceful. She never threw tantrums. She threw tantrums like at home, but like never in public. Like she just was always a well-behaved child. And I didn't have to do much rearing for that. It's just her personality. She's always wanting to please you. Like she's a people pleaser, which kind of drives me crazy, but you know, whatever. And now having a son. And this child is an infant and he is already showing his rear end. And I'm mortified for toddler. I'm mortified for kid. I'm mortified for preteen. I'm mortified for teenage years. I'm mortified because I don't know what to do with boy energy. And this is scaring me. Ellis seems like he doesn't give a flibbity flying finnuck, if you know what I mean. He doesn't care. He cares a little bit because he's like, are you proud of me? But then he's going to go demonize for another hour after he's had to hold it in. His Tasmanian-ness, he's had to hold in for 45 minutes. Now he's going to really wreck things up. Y'all, I'm scared. Pray for me. Pray for my house.
I didn't break anything. I was like, yeah.
Are you proud of me?
I was like, yeah, I'm real proud of you, man. Thanks. Thanks for that.
I think it's a good thing Bert doesn't
It's
have
funny
sons.
too
Could you
because
imagine
I
Bert with
look
a
at it
son?
and I go, oh, you got everything ahead of you. Like right now you're in the weird part because it's like, what is he, 3?
He's 5.
Five.
He's 5.
He's
The
like
other
five.
one's 3.
Yeah.
The other
And
one.
it's
Like he
it's
doesn't know their
they're
names.
humans and they can do stuff. and they don't know they can get hurt yet.
Right.
Like that's the thing. Isla fell down
That's
our stairs
scary.
probably 20 times.
He'll jump off Ellis will jump off a counter. Jump, and I'll be like, huh.
Oh,
Like,
I watched him. I was like, doesn't that hurt your feet? And he was like, no.
No.
He was jumping off the couch onto the ground, and then and then he just grabs 2 hockey sticks. He's like, we should fight. I was like, I don't want to fight you. And he's like, come on, the harder you go, the better it is.
and he swings it
So fucking
speed.
hard.
This child is a boy's boy. You know what I don't like? I want to be clear with y'all. I'm really struggling right now because I can see out of one eye and the other eye is extremely blurry. I have terrible vision. Like, if you see me react with my glasses on, you see I have like bifocals. I have terrible vision. But I really struggle with how young boys are so quickly diagnosed with like ADD, ADHD, because I do think that little boys are innately born with just a surplus of energy. And if you don't know where to put it, then, you know, it could be detrimental to them. And you're diagnosing them and putting them on medication early when really you should have like been rearing that energy towards a sport or an activity or, you know, something. But like it really breaks my heart. I love this conversation because it's just 2 dads laughing, because it really is. It's like they're boys just being boys. Like they're just being boys. And as much as I'm terrified to have one running around my house, it is what it is. Like, you gotta just, like, boys are born that way. They have all this extra energy and they gotta put it somewhere. And as a parent, I think it's challenging, especially nowadays. We're so busy and we have things to distract them. But it's like they used to just go outside and burn all that energy. My husband and his mother confirmed that when he was like 2, she used to wake up and just spank him because she knew he was going to get into so much that day that she wouldn't have energy at the end of the day. And she confirmed this. And you can have your opinions about spanking. I'm not a mom that spanks now, but I do believe back in the day, we used to need a good whooping. All right? It just is what it is. But she confirmed, like, yeah, I just used to wake up and be like, come on, because I know you're going to get into something. And by the time I get home, I'm going to be too tired or I'll forget. So let's just get it over. Boys will be boys. Like, they just will be boys. I just had to give y'all that.
Yeah.
Let me know your thoughts.
Yeah, I didn't have boys growing up, so
See,
I
I
was
said that. Like,
also-
imagine if Bert
he's
had
been-
boys.
Sneaking candy.
Oh, my
So-
daughter does that.
He the other day he goes, I want to make a sandwich, and I go, okay. He goes, I'd like some privacy. And I was like,
like some privacy.
These kids
I
are
was
too
like,
smart.
all right.
They're
So he
too
goes in the
smart.
pantry and shuts the door, and I'm like, whatever, man.
Whatever.
And he comes out and he's made 2 sandwiches, one for his little brother, and I was like, that's really sweet, man.
Yeah.
He's like, see, made him a sandwich, made me a sandwich. I'm like,
Is
"That's
that how
really
he
sweet."
talks?
And I go in the pantry to make sure he put the bread away.
Yeah.
And there's all these little candy wrappers in there, right? And I was like, you little fucker. So the next day, I'm a couple days later, I'm hanging out and I see him. Like, I go, what are you eating? And he goes, bread. And I
Bread.
go, really? And he was like, yeah. I was like,
Bert
you
is
eating bread
cracking
right
up.
now? And he's
I
like,
love when Bert
And
laughs.
I go,
Y'all
show me your
know
mouth.
it.
And he goes, like, kind of like, I go, no, show me your mouth. And he's like, and I go,
Brown.
just tell me what you're eating.
Chocolate.
It's chocolate. He's like, just all day, dude.
Oh, he's gonna be
A
an
hoot.
interesting kid to watch grow up.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun because it's not. I have no attachment to it.
Right.
So I love watching
Yeah,
it.
when
Sure.
they're
And
not your kids and they can go home to someone else and terrorize them, it's all the joy in the world. I love this conversation just between 2 dads, 2 really funny dads. You can tell Tom actually finds no humor in this. He's tired. He's sick and he's tired. He's worn out and this kid is 5. The other one is 3. Tom, just buckle up.
It's gonna be fun because it's not. I have no attachment to it.
Yeah.
So I love watching it.
Sure.
And it was
Sure.
making you crazy. You're like enough. And then and poor Julian's got fucking.
Oh,
He
Julian's
runs
the younger
roughshod
one?
all over that kid.
He does. All day, he just smacks him. He fucking-
Yeah.
Yeah, tortures him.
It's so funny.
The
'cause I've
little
heard you talk
brother
about him, and
tortures
I was
the
like,
big
"There's
brother?
no way he can be that wild." And then you get there, and you're like, "Oh, this is like."
He's wild. He's wild, dude.
And my favorite. I'm not even gonna say it because I'll wait till you talk about it on stage.
Oh, yeah.
That was the fucking.
What is it? What do I need to watch?
Could not stop
What did you
laughing.
talk
We just haven't
about on
taken
stage?
it
Did
down.
I watch it already? Have I
worked,
missed
it
it?
didn't work. It worked for like a day. Yeah.
I miss that. I want to have. I'll get excited when I get a second wife and we start having kids again.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
What?
Tom and Bert.
His poor wife. I know she just rolls her eyes. All right, y'all. I got to go get another contact. Let me know your thoughts about little boys. This very honest father conversation that was wrapped in hilarity because it's Bert and Tom. And go and have the day you deserve. Bye.